Hi there, thanks for joining me. My name's Teebor, and this is Minecraft. We are playing the Hades effect by Mr. Hades, and we are on Mr. Hades' server. And let's talk mods. Now, let's see what we've got in here. There's a few mods. This pack is on the Curse Launcher, and it is designed to be mod light, which is supposed to make it available to pretty much everybody who wants to play it. Really, you should be able to run the game on most PCs. So what have we got in here? We've got a better achievements mod. Just says there quite clearly it's a rewrite of the achievement screen. Can't really say any more about that. Extra utilities. Oh, they haven't done their mcmod.info. That's a shame. Extra utilities, you know, is it's just kind of a bunch of stuff. Basically, it's just things, and it's a good little collection of some really neat little stuff. We'll have a look at those in a minute. But just enough items obviously does the same sort of thing as not enough items, which everyone's pretty much aware of. There's blood magic in here, which should be interesting. There's actually a couple of magical based mods. I'm not too familiar with blood magic. I do or have used it a little bit in some mod packs, but it's not one of my core mods that I would consider. Obviously, there's chisels and bits. We were playing with that in one of the previous videos. I spent probably about an hour just messing around and fiddling about to modify a block. This is just a powerful mod. You basically can move individual blocks within a block, as it were, or bits if you want to call them that, to construct a block in the way that you want. You can just make anything you like. It's pretty smart. It's starting to get a little bit too fancy for me, and after about an hour of playing around and still not having a corner the perfect way I wanted it, I actually decided to redesign the bridge, but we'll see that in a little bit anyway. We got deep resonance, which is power generation mod based on resonating crystals, or resonating, I was going to say. That's something new. I've not played with that before, so that'll be interesting for me. We've got Ender Core there, which is all part of Ender IO, which is down here. Ender IO is lovely. If you've not used it before, it's like it's just a set of tools and machines, conduits, and all kinds of things like that. It's really nice. It's a really nice mod. It all works really well together. There's some good machines. There's some good farming machines and some other units in there. We will probably be... Actually, I don't know. I may or may not use Ender IO for farming, because we have also got forestry on this mod pack, and I love forestry. And Ender IO is fun, and forestry is fun as well. Forestry is good for the bees and the tree farming, which is always awesome. So we'll probably have a look at building a tree farm at some point. We've got Whaler. So what am I looking at? Enables us to see what we're pointing at in the game world, which is pretty cool, always handy. Also gives you some other little tool tips and things as well, such as if the pick that you're using is sufficient to harvest the material that you're trying to harvest. Fast leaf decay, one of my favourites. Stops you having these rubbishy bits of tree leaves in the sky when the tree is slowly decaying. This gets rid of them very, very quickly. Flat coloured blocks is a little mod. It just does some coloured blocks, exactly what it says on the tin, really. The blocks are just flatly coloured. You could use them for spelling out words and building with or whatever. It's just a nice little colour mod. Industrial Craft 2. I actually want to try in this play to use as much Industrial Craft 2 as I can. It's been a long time since I've used IC2. Just trying to think back to when I last played it, and I can't even remember. It's got to be easily pre 1.7, easily. Moving on, We've got some libraries and utilities here. They're not particularly interesting. Graves mod. When you die, you get a gravestone appears. You can then come back and you can right click on it and pick up your items to clear it out. We've got inventory tweaks. It's just something to help your inventory work a bit better, moving things around, stuff like that. Iron chests, also a pretty smart mod. I like this one. We can have upgradable chests. The chests can either be made and crafted straight directly, or they can actually be upgraded whilst they're in place, which is pretty cool. Journey map, as you'll always see, the little map in the top right hand corner is a nice little map. There is a full screen thing which will come up actually in a minute, because I haven't set my home as a waypoint. Just enough resources. This is a bit of an add-on for just enough items. Just tells you stuff about world gen and things like that. So additional overlays for NEI. Morpheus is sleep voting. Basically, if you get 50% of the people asleep, the game will progress straight into the next day. Not enough ones, just it says there ones and more ones. This mod just basically adds a load of new ones into the game. I can't really say much more than that. Harvest Craft. If you don't know what Harvest Craft is, what you're doing here, you should be checking it out. It's a good mod. It's got plenty of recipes for different foods in it, and you've got different things that you can plant and grow, and different vegetables and stuff like that. We've got Sai. Now this is a new mod for me. I've not actually seen this one before. This is some kind of spell-based magic mod. So that'd be interesting for me to play around with. Quark. This is another one of those little mods with just kind of bits and pieces and things, really. Just lots of little different bits and stuff added into the game. RF tools, redstone flux tools. It's basically just a bunch of tools that are powered by redstone flux and can do different features. Can't really say much more about that. RF tools dimensions add-on. That's interesting because I've not used this before, so this would be something to explore. Roots again is another magic based mod. I got some Nightshade earlier, but basically you need to start off this mod by breaking grass and then trying to get yourself certain roots. I think it's an old root, and then you can create yourself a tablet, and from there the mod basically unfolds. That's another mod that I've never played with, so that'd be interesting. Storage drawers. Storage drawers is quite a good mod. It's just as it says, it's a multi-storage drawer. Basically, you can have a single block with 4 drawers in it, and you can place different blocks, different items into the different drawers, and now show their indicators to tell you what they are. Tinker's Construct, along with Tinker's add-ons, an oldie but a classic. We'll be using a lot of this, I think, once we get things going. We need gravel and stuff like that before we can really start making a process on that. We've got plenty of sand and clay already. And the Whaler Harvestability mod, which is I mentioned earlier, to do with Whaler and not enough items, all that kind of thing. It's this bit here, so you can see which tool is effective and whether or not the tool you have will work, both being green. So here we are. We've started making progress out here. Here's my bridge. Redesigned a bit from what it was last time. I've gone for a bit more of a solid construction, I suppose you'd call it. Just a bit more big and robust. It's going to go with a lot more of the look of the building that I'm going to construct up there. Let's hop over here. We've got some food growing. We're getting some wheat together. Oh, I only got 1 seed out of that. That's a shame. I've got enough wheat though to keep me fed. Nothing's really happening down here. I've filled in the holes here, so you can hear the monsters roaming around underneath. Because even though I did put a torch down there, they're just going to be running around. I'll just have to kind of live with it. Our sugar canes have grown. So we shall harvest our sugar cane. The game world wasn't loading in properly just there for a second. There you go, that keeps them growing. That's a little bit extra, so it's going to be useful. The sun is just going down. Let me just sleep. It's not going down quite far enough. Come on, just a little bit further, please. Here we go. There we go. It's morning. I'm the only one on server at the moment, so I'm the only one that really makes any difference. So, I've started to make progress on the house. This will be all replaced. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this with stairs. They may be brick stairs. Anywhere that you see some grass, dirt or cobble is going to be replaced with stone. And then this is all going to come up here. We've got a nice little fence that we're going to have running along this side, and then we're going to have some lamps or something along here to provide lighting. So obviously all this sand has to go, all this has got to go, this is all going to be replaced with stone, as is all this granite. And then we're going to step up here, so this will all be steps as well. And this will be my door to my house. For the moment I'm just going to fall through the hole. Now this needs to be edged off with stone or brick to give it an extra bit of support so it can stay solid. This will be another doorway out here. There'll be two doors, like a double door there or something where we can come out. This will be a little pathway that will lead up to another part of my house, which will be up here. Now I've sunk some pylons into the ground, one over there and a couple over here. This is going to be the expansion to the property. It's going to build out over here into kind of a another room, probably where my machines or something might go, or that might be in here. I might put my smelter over there or something. This bit over here, I've put another pylon here. We still need to get another little support pylon built over here somewhere. I'm thinking probably in this corner. Then this will actually open out. So what we'll have is a probably a doorway or something over here, and you'll be able to walk through. And this will be a nice little open air bit where you'll be able to see the what's going on in the outside world. No walls or anything. It'll just be a nice open patio. So that's it. That is where we are at the moment. Nothing much more interesting going on. The tree farm is still going. I'm still working my way through. Still on ouch. Still on stone tools for the moment, but we'll make some changes to that later. But that is it for now. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video where we should hopefully make a bit more progress. Bye bye for now.